Welcome back. Sorry, I sound like I'm a little sick. But, anyways, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're learning a lot. In the past week and a half, I've been a little sick, plus, been having a lot of work. But, anyways, last time, this is what we finished. We did this part, and the homework was to add the story here as Instagram. So, here, see that. So, basically, let's get to this. So, what are we doing today? So, let's add the collection view right here, stories, super quick. I'm gonna add that, the little two buttons here at the bottom. You could add them yourself. Let me see, it might be Instagram profile design. Let's see. Basically, all we're doing here is trying to recreate this Instagram profile. Let me see if I see any other new profile with stories, blah blah blah. Oh, this one doesn't have a little thing at the bottom, which is okay. But I believe the new Instagram app has those at the bottom. And the story, let me check my phone, my Instagram, and yeah. Yeah, oh, you still have a bunch of other stuff. But I'll add the story and then you could add those, that's just a stack of views, and you could just add those icons and then, yeah. And if you want me to do it, then just leave the comments. But I think those should be pretty easy on base what you already know. But let's do the collection view in case you didn't, and or in case you did or in case you didn't. So okay, this is the fee header cell. Okay, blah blah blah. So this is this. Let's make sure. Let's run and make sure. And today also as well, I'm going to add a login view so you can start using the text view, text fields. So yeah, this avatar description. This is the first tutorial. Blah blah blah. This is what it says. Didn't even know this. Yeah, there's no description. So what we're gonna do the same thing here. Let's add a. So I'm gonna do it fast because you already did this. Let's collection view equal UI collection view. No, I want this collection view equal. Oh, let's do close parenthesis. Collection view equal UI collection view. What? Can't even type today. View boom, type of right. So let's create the layout. You see, it's everything the same thing that we did when we did this here. So a lot of the things are repetitive, like in programming, you know. Even when you write an algorithm, a lot of times some things are super similar. UI collection view, flow layout. Remember, it's flow layout. There's this UI collection view. So there's this, and then we want layout. The direction is it? Scroll direction equals the horizontal, and layout the scroll direction. I forgot the name. Oh, horizontal. Forgot the name. I'm not gonna go crazy because I want to do it fast. So we go into the fee cell. Into the fee header cell where is the scroll direction horizontal. Blah blah blah. Where did we remove the? Oh, it's inside the collection view function. No, inside the layout. So it's wrong. Okay, to put the 0. Then here we return CV collection view. Boom. Then let's give the background CV the background color equal the white. You guys already know you could do it that way. By this now you should already know if you could use UI collection. I mean UI color dot whatever color you want, or you want to use it like this. It's up to you now. Font setup collection view. I like to say setup so I know what I'm doing. If I'm doing other things, then I'll do some other things. So like collection view, the register cell, we need to register the cell, right? So what's all we're going to register? Usually we start with like UI collection view the cell the self, right? Usually we do that, but in this case we're going to use story cell, and you might say, oh, which story cell? This one that you already created, because we are exactly using the same thing for this as we're going to use it here. So there's no point of recreating a new cell when this one does the same thing, the code and everything. So if you did it better for you, more practice, but this you could tell now, you could see now that you're able to use this. So we're here, and then we have to create a, let's say, let's call it a story cell. You see, most of the time I call it like cell ID. Yeah, I call it like cell ID, but I wanted to call it story, and just to make sure, let me put it somewhere. Put it here at top. Private let cell equal story cell. A lot of things should be fast, and you should already know them by now. And then now let's do like collection view the scroll. There, scroll. What is it? Show horizontal equal to false. Why do I know it's equal to false? Because like, okay, when you're writing, you see it says a boolean. Boolean means it's true or false. It's a boolean value. So you have to put true or false equal to false. Let's call the collection view here. Set our collection view. Now let's add some constraints to this collection view. We could either create another, let's create another function just for practice. Private func setup collection view constraints. Yeah, right. So this one we could just call it after here. Remember, this is supposed to be in this order because first we need to create it, right? Set it up, and once we set it up, we could add that constraint on the view. So we could be like, okay, let's go here so we see where we at. Okay, following button. So we want as a view collection view, right? Then we want collection view the with anchor. Which with which with anchor we are using? We could say constraint and then with anchor, and then we will see what happens. Does active equal to truth, and then collection view the height the constraint. Let's give it a height of 120. Does active equal to truth, or just give it a height of it's not a cell. Where is it? Feed right here. Okay, in the feed I gave it 120, so that's what I'm gonna give it to, basically. And yeah, the height, and yeah, we're using the correction. Okay, and yeah, I was making where's the cell? Where am I? I'm not inside the cell. I'm providers header. Oh. That's why it's 8 to width. Okay, now it shouldn't yell at me. And then I like collection view dot top anchor dot constraint equal to for the following button dot bottom anchor, and I'm gonna spray is active equal to truth. I'm going more faster because we already done this, but you already know. So we're doing a collection view, right? This the collection view that we want to add. We want to add it here, the width from here to there, right? And depends how you want it. And then the height of 120 to the cell, and then underneath this right here, right underneath this. So it's like, okay, we do collection view, right? The top anchor, so the top part of it, like this top part of it, will be at the bottom of the button. So let's give it some constant, some space, basically, and let's give it a space of, let's give it 12. Oh yeah, 12. Yeah. And then now, even if we run right now, nothing could happen because as you know by now, you gotta add see, it's a little messy. I gotta go check, but I'll fix it right now. Like maybe you got a collection view, float delegate, and then UI collection view, data source, and UI collection view, delegate. We need to add these three protocols delegate so we could take advantage of their functions. And I'm gonna show you a little trick. In the other part, like if you see the there it is. Feed view controller, blah blah. Feed header. So yeah, you see how we did the collection view here inside the init. Let me show you a little trick. If you do lazy bar, then you could use cv.data source equal to self and cv.delegate equal to self. Well, basically this meaning, hey, we're gonna use this resource, and then when it's done, just let it go, you know, so to avoid memory leaks and things like that. As you keep learning more about programming, you'll be learning more about memory leaks and all that. And let me see why this is following bottom, right? The type of bottom, the width, and I gave it a height of 120, but I need a background color, and I don't want us right now white. Let me put red so I know what's going on. Maybe 120 is too big, or maybe because I don't have the other setup. Let's do a little mark here. Good practice. Mark. Collection view. This is good because whenever you're here, you see with the comments, this is a good thing. If you as you learn, like you could go to the function, right? If you like right now it's easy because you don't have but when you have so many functions, this gets really big and crazy and big and crazy. And what is giving me an error? I know why, because I have this and I haven't added the protocol. So let me just go here and let me just be like number of item, return 5, and then cell for index path, no, cell for return a cell, right? But we gotta create that cell. Let cell equal collection view the DQ cell for identifier, story cell ID, index path. Boom. Let's go to cell the. Oh, here let's do as story cell because we already have it. So like right here, you can see we can have access to the story and everything. So give a story equal to what I did. So what do we have here? User, story, post. What object we have here? Oh, contact. And let me see contact. Let me see contact has an array of avatar identity. Now I'll check now in a bit. Why? But just to sell the. But I wanted to try something, but we haven't set up that up yet. Boom, 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 and then we need right. And then we need size for index path, right? Return a CG size of collection view, the height, the frame, the why in the you should know by now, but because of previous video, but why we using height for the width? Because what we're saying, right, we want to, like right here, right, we want this cell to be the same size of the height, because if we put width and width, the collection view, each item would take the whole size because saying the width of the entire collection view. So we want to use the height for both, so we get a square like this. And let's see what happened now, because I know I was getting one error in the constraints and I want to see what was going on. Okay, and it's not showing the collection view. And I'm like as of view collection view with anchor of type of with anchor. Oh, I know what's going on. Maybe you guys got it. Maybe, hopefully you guys did. What's the thing? It's like constraint for whatever. Yeah, translate. Yeah. Cool. Okay. That's why I was like, okay. Everything over there looks good. I don't know what's going on. Ooh la la. Boom chakalaka. There you go. You see? We're winning. Like if you wanna add like you know, like you don't want it all the way to the top and you wanna just up to here. Let me see how Instagram has it. Put your phone in chair. Yeah, I had some spaces in between. So let's add some spaces in between. So we could do this like, right? So let's be smart a bit. Then constant minus 48. Minus 48 will be like 24 from here and 24 from there. But if we want it to be centered, we like collection view dot center x dot constraint center x dot is active. If we don't add this, yeah, let me just comment this real quick and run it, so you see what happens. You see, boom, it stay right here. But once I fix this, it's gonna take remove space from the high, right, 48 pixels, and then boom chakalaka if you want it like that, or if you just want like something small like 24. You know, I added 28. I mean 48. I play around with the spacing. You know, like don't mind me. Like f that. Like do whatever you want. You see, or if you wanna like 12, it'll be like 6 from here, 6 from there. Then put 100. I think 120 is super big. I don't know. Play around with the height and the width and the spacing. Customize it. Do your own thing. That's how you really learned. That's how I learned too. You know. Okay, so now let me see something on the feed header. We have this, and then we pass it. Oh, okay, we got a story. Then we'll have to create a story object for. Okay, let's do this. Let me copy this. I don't know how you did it. If you did it, let me go to the profile page and blah 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 on build below contact. How we setting up contact? Oh, here we don't got nothing. And then when we come to the contact here, we do this. So I'm gonna just do it anyways. I got something in mind. Let me go. Okay, I'm just jumping. Like if you right click, you jump to the definition, you come here, or you could just go to the model and go to contact, right? So here it might be like let stories, right? That an array of string. So basically here I'm creating an array of strings, right, for the stories. This is an array, remember that's where right. Okay, should be all set. And then now when I come here, it's gonna ask me for story, and okay, because each contact will have a story. Okay, back at that right there, you could close it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this smaller. Boom, I'm gonna put it here. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm like let declare that property, right? That array of images. And then I'm gonna put it here. Boom. Then if you copy that, or you could hear, you know, that's one thing you could be like, if you start typing stories and then you be like stories. Basically this is an array and this thing is an array, or if you click there, it'll fix it and it'll show you there, it takes an array of streams, so it'll be like stories. Okay, no, I made a mistake, but it's good, it was a great mistake. Maybe you guys know it, but if you didn't, you're gonna find out. This shouldn't be an array of strings, it should be an array of stories. Good. Yeah. Now the error should go away, because these are stories, right? These ain't strings. My bad for 1 minute. And then here in contact, and I should do the same. I don't know. it's giving me just an error. Clean and build, yeah. Sometimes you get an error, got a product on the top, and then you go like clean and build, and boom, it kind of goes away. Or sometimes you can just clean and build if you want to see some errors. So now, how can we take advantage of this implementation right here? And then on cell, we're gonna be like cell, right? The story equal to contact, right? Contact the stories, right? Which is the array, you see, an array of stories. And then index path. Oh, I could remove this. All keys to which you have. Let me copy and paste this for the sake of time. Dot count and boom. Okay, what is it? Oh, also row. Okay, this is giving me a row. But this is saying, hey, if this is empty, if this count is empty, return 0, which is good too, so it won't break when we add the other one. And let's do this. Let's do f let stories or story, right? Use stories, yeah, equal to contact the stories. So we're saying, hey, if this contact has any story, right? We copy this, and then we say, hey, give me the index path. Let's see now. Go here, boom, you see? Then we should, where's the red? Oh, this is red. Where's, trying to do this fast. Okay, yeah. We add white here. You see, we get nothing. And then come here through there, we get all these good looking contacts. What is the background for this? Oh, that's the background. So let's copy this. That was white, and let's add it here. So it gives you the same color, unless you want to play around with the color as well. And then you come here, there, boom, you see? Nice looking, that's looking. So right there you have the space to add the 3 things. You just gotta add a stack view, like stack view, boom, 1 button, 2 and 3, that's it. Okay, so now the inside controller, let's create a new controller. Let's call it a UI view controller. UI view controller of that, and then let's call it login view controller, and then Swift, and then next, and then yeah, boom chakalaka, boom. We don't need this because we're not using storyboard. And I did give it a view the background color of the white. You should already know this by then. And then I'm thinking if I should just add a story into this, and you know what? I'm gonna do it. Sorry guys. Let me just where's the thing? No, it's not here. It's inside the contact view controller that I did this. So I'm gonna just add a contact. F that, right? Where's the profile? I'm tired of seeing it like this. Profile is no. I'm just put it here, or if you want, you could just like private funk. There's some other type that you could be like file private, so funk let's call like fetch contacts. I mean, because we're not fetching anything. This I'm just calling because you will see a lot of like fetch when you're fetching data and stuff like that. You see, we're saying this only one contact, so we don't need an array. We could just be like only one contact equals the, let's remove all this, and then one contact equal to this, and then contact is equal to story. So right now, oh no, I'm not gonna run because we don't have this, and then we like boom. And then yeah, we remove this. That's why I was getting all those errors. Now it should be all set. So we call in the function. We said, oh, we left this behind. So we're calling the fetch, right? Contacts, and basically it's gonna get a contact, and then we come here, boom, chakalaka. There you go. Now let's go to the room. Where are we? Okay, sin delegate, blah blah blah. Let's comment this code and be like window dot review controller equal login controller. And then we come into the login controller, right? Let's make sure that we get in this. Yeah, we get a white screen. That's what we should get. Now let's create some fields. Create let login. Now let's let username text field. Dot equal UI text field. Boom, let tf for text field equal UI text field. Tf. I'm doing this because you got it already. We already done it. At least creating this, and then we like text field dot placeholder equal to enter email. I want a username. Username, and then here you could write text field dot font equal UI font dot the system font 16, etc, etc, etc. You get a border, blah blah blah. So this is the placeholder. You already know, I mean you will know in a bit in case you don't know. Then for the sake of the tutorial, let's copy this, boom, we like password, and then we copy this, right? And then we like, you should write it, follow along, blah 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 blah. We have this, we have that. So let's create our private font. I'm gonna show you, I don't know if you know the difference between private and file private. Yeah, let me start using file private so you see not both. Font setup constraints, and we're missing one thing, which is the login button. The login, you'll see a lot of people doing btn button or button, you know, equal UI button equal user see has to create button, let button equal UI button of type of system. I like system. Kind of give you a little highlight when you tap on it. Button dot set title. You can set an image, but I wanna plug in for normal. And then we're gonna return button, and then we're gonna give it a button dot background color of the blue, no, system blue. I like system blue. It's kind of like the Facebook blue. And button dot title color dot y normal. Okay, so okay, then now let's set the constraint. Then we like, let's call the function set up constraint so we don't forget. And then we like the stack view equal UI stack view, right? Yeah, we already use a stack view. So here it takes an array of sub view. So let's username text field, comma, password text field, and let's say login. Okay, stack view dot axis equal dot vertically, stack view dot spacing equal to 10, stack view dot translate environment equal false, then stack view, and then yeah, stack view f, let's say width, let's have width anchor dot constraints equal to width. Oh my god, I can't even type. Oh, I forgot it has to be with the. I'm so used to right now these videos for just the cells lately. So constant, but because we are inside a view controller, not a cell, we have to use view. We're gonna like view the background, view the width inside a cell or inside a UI view. You only use view and a constant. Or let's give it a 48. Yeah, 2028. Blah blah blah. It's active or truth. Then stack view the center x the constraint. I was gonna get view the center x text active equal to truth, and let's call it like I don't know, depending where we want to stack it. But because we don't have a design right now, I mean, I'm doing this, but sometimes you have a design and you have in a specifically where you want to place it, but you should play with it. And this is giving me an error. Why? This is cause of one thing that we forgot to do. Super important. Let me see what it said. Unable to activate constraint with anchor, blah blah. And the issue because the way of no comment and answer to there's no constraint is an anchor reference to an item different view hierarchy that is illegal. Hey, we made an illegal call, which is the same. If you read it, it's the same thing that it says right here. And if you haven't figured out by now, it should be view dot as subview stack view. That's what we missed. And let's see. Boom, see, ball, boom, chakalaka, wow. Why is all the way there? Oh, because I put with anchor, I forgot the negative. I hope you got it right. Boom, okay, we could give, okay. You see, we could do that. Let me try something. Let me be like, step to give some extra space to the button. Let me see. What is it? Spacing, it's like spacing for. It's additional. I don't know, it has like a weird name, like additional space or some stuff, like set custom space or something like that. Yeah, set custom space of 20, let's say, after this one. So let's see what happened. Also, let's try this thing. Let's be like, I wanna see if we could do this. Button, login button, the high anchor dot constraint equal to 50. I want to see this, even though we want to give everything more space, but I want to try that and see something because we didn't give this the height, so we just throw it there with a minimum size. But I want to try, see, and then this. So let's give it to one of them. TF dot layer dot butter color equal UI color the system grade the I put on that 2 system grade 2 just to try to see, and you see the placeholder here is here, enter username, enter password. That's a placeholder holder. Then layer the butter width equal to 1. Let's see. You see this one has and they super small, but this one doesn't have one. Let's give it a space of 50 this, and let's give this a height. Stack view. Stack view the height. Constraints. Anchor. Let's say put a 150. See what happens. Why do I here? Why? Oh, because I'm giving an extra spacing. So if I go right, we could just let me try commenting this. I'll see what I get. Yeah, you see they bigger because they all need to be the same like height. So let's do this. Just take this and like maybe we could use, yeah, I'll be like let's give this to each of them. We're not giving that. Let's put like password 50 yeah. Then there you could just play around, and if you wanna have the fields a little bit smaller than the button, what? Oh, username, and I forgot. Change this should be login, and one should be password, and then now we should be all set. And let me just do this real quick. Copy and add it to here because I wanted to see it as well. See, so we can see the spacing, and we get all this error, but it's about like the keyboard, like all the application implemented for the text field. I don't know why lately Xcode started giving, you see this the extra space right here of 50. So in case you want to add, in case you want to just add another like button right here, then you could add, like inside stack view, you just create a, let me just help you out, be like sign up. Check this out, right? Inside the stack here, you could use the space, fine, then you'll be like, add another one, and voila. And then after password, right? So custom space after password of 50, let's put 80. Let's see what happens now. Oh, and let's give the size. Don't forget the size. Oh, I could, you see, right there. Oh, we got both up. No, I should issue this one should be after login. Yeah, my bad. I mean, you probably caught it, but like, hey, how are you gonna put it afterward? Wouldn't they be in the same space? You see this? If you wanna have that, or if you wanna just like, if you wanna this to the bottom, you could just take it out of here, right? Out of stack view, and you could just add that constraints like here at the bottom, bam, 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 bam. But let's add some functionalities to this and to the button. So inside the login button, and we'll be like button dot add target for self, right? And then selector is like well sorry, the method that we're gonna call selector or say handle login with this function. You hear a lot of method and function, and then for event touch up, there's a lot of event what you want it, but there's one that touch up. I'm kidding you, right? Everybody usually do this one, but you could like touch drag, depend the type of touch that you want to happen. And here you could be like add object C. You could do private, just do func for the sake of this. Okay, you see, boom, and then we're like print. Oh my, login. So now whenever we click, right, we added a target, which is this is the target, right, and this is the selector, right? Add a target which is self with a selector of handling, basically saying this function when you touch up inside. So if you click here, you can see right here at the bottom, bam, bam, bam. So now let's say we want to percent. We could be like on login, you could like view the percent. View. Oh no, you don't have to say view anymore. You have to say percent view controller, right? Before it's the view, and then you'll be like, let's call like main tab bar controller. We call this animated truth and completion neo, because once it's completed, we don't want to do anything. And let's see what happens, right? Only percent this, so I know why. So we like let main tab bar. Another of the thing that they change, which I hate, and then say percent, what is it, style, whatever, or model presentation style, equal dot full screen, right? So you have different methods, but like this, if you want to drag it down, I know you've seen it a lot of times because a lot of apps have different features. Boom, when you log in, now you present the whole thing, right? There. Now, let me see. Yeah, I'll leave it right there. So remember, when you come here, you could like type like gender, whatever, and if you, I mean, you can just like check this instead of logging. You could use like okay, I'm gonna try this real quick for you. If, let's use an if statement, right? Username, the text, right, is empty. Now if username, the text, let's use the count, right, greater than 0, or you could put 5 or whatever, and password, the text, the count, the, let's say, yeah, here I'm gonna use greater than 5. Login, do this. So I'm gonna take these two here because I don't need, I mean, it's better just to present it, right? Or you could have all that inside the, here's gonna ask me because it's an optional, like, okay, so I'm doing this because I already know it's going screen. So basically say, hey, if your password this and that is empty, just make it 0 so it won't break, it won't make a neo, and let's see what happened now. So if I try, you see nothing happened, then I should have added a print statement here. Or no, after I'm gonna, before I try else, I'm gonna print. Please fill credential. And then you're gonna see how it's gonna print. When it's blank, it's gonna be here printed. See? Even though if I be like gender, gonna fill credential, we could use like if both are this, fill credential, else if, and then if I be like here password, boom chakalaka. Right, you could do also here like else if, let's say username, oh yeah, user, else if username dot text, yeah, dot text, I'm gonna do them dot count, which is 0. Let's say greater than 0. Okay, this is also supposed to go there because here's supposed to be another curly bracket and it's supposed to look like this. See, I'll say it fast. Oh, create a space here. You'll be like how basically I was saying here, I'll say if it, this is greater than 0, right? And then I want to say please print, right? Please enter a password. So basically this is checking if the username has character, right? So remember earlier when I basically like I'll be like gender, and then I'll be like, hey, please enter a password, right? If I enter like 2, please enter a password. You know why? Because we have this up to 5, so it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then check this out. If I enter this, you're gonna be like, please fill that credentials, because it's checking that both are empty. You could still add another else if statement here, like this, but with password, right? And you could, hey, please enter username here. There's nothing. You should create a function for that, and then gender. And then remember, let's say, remember programming starts at 0. 0 means it's like 1. It doesn't start at 1, 2, 3. No, it's like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Watch. if I put this as 5, right? So I should be able to kind of like then over like 0 1 oh 0 over like 0 1 2 3 4, and those are, if you really look at it, they are 5. What I messed up? Oh, here's supposed to be 5 and blah blah blah. What else there I messed up? Oh, here they are. See, please enter the password, and there's 5 there, right? 1 by 0. Let me just do it like this so you know. 1 2 3 4 5, and what it says, please enter the password. Watch. 6. Boom chakalaka. So because it start at 0. Programming, you always start counting from 0. So okay, I'm gonna leave it right there. So we learned this. We learned how to create a login view, and yeah, in the other video I'm gonna show you how to like use NS user default. So whenever you open the app, boom, it doesn't send you here for your login, it'll stay logged in. Password, right? Also, if you want to make this the little dots point, you could just be like username, like secure, put a truth. Yeah, now remember that, and then boom, and this, you could hide your password because you don't want nobody knowing your password, right? I'll be like gender, and then I'll be like password, boom. So I'll show you in the next video for you log in to stay logged in locally, and then if you click log out, then it's gonna log you out and bring you to the login screen. Alright guys, if you like the video, subscribe, share with people that wants to learn, and especially give it a like so the YouTube algorithm keeps showing the video to all the people that are learning. And you already know, if you have any question, leave it in the comments or the social medias. I hope you're learning and getting some value out of this.